Hello and happy Monday. I'm excited to start this week in the Feminine Energy Challenge. And today is day 1. And if you got the invitation, you might know a little bit about this challenge. You might be joining me from YouTube or in my Facebook called Captivate Him with Ease, where we're going to be encouraging one another to put into practice some of these feminine energy challenges and sharing how they go with one another so that we can feel supported and get new ideas and feel inspired. So today I want to share a little bit about why I'm doing this challenge. As you know, in our world, there are so many opportunities to be in our masculine energy. And as men and women, we have both sides. We both have feminine and masculine energy. And yet as women, when we are entered into the workforce, we tried to measure up, we tried to become like men. And of course, work is very goal-oriented, action-oriented, achievement-oriented. And there's totally a place for that as women, and we've come so far. And yet, in many ways, our feminine energy has gotten pushed aside or devalued or not recognized. And not only does the culture believe that, but sometimes within ourselves, we can push those sides of us away. And ironically, oftentimes those parts of us are actually our superpower. Those things are the things that we're craving in our world, like beauty and fluidity and peace and calm and nurture and safe spaces and sensuality and all those things. Many men crave those things. That's why they look for a feminine partner, because they're tired of being in the masculine world and they want to come home to someone who's present and soft and enjoying life. And not that as women we have to, it's always a balance. But because I feel like our culture has kind of swung the balance, it's helpful to have a way that we can, as a group, encourage each other to come back. Because there's not only the benefit of it helping you to draw in a masculine partner, or if you're in a relationship, it can help you create polarity and more attraction in your relationship. But it also has a lot of benefits in our business life, in attracting the clients that we want. It has a lot of influence in our health, in our physical, literally our hormones can balance when we're balanced in our energy. And the other thing I want you to think about as you're taking on this challenge is noticing when you try some of these things, are there places where you feel resistance to some of these things? Because in stepping into this side of ourselves, we might recognize that there are places that even from a young girl, we learned that these parts of ourselves weren't okay, or we weren't accepted, or it felt too vulnerable. And so we shut down. And so as you're doing this challenge, it's good to notice those things, because if you're a growth-minded person, you're going to want to notice those things that you can figure out where it might be an area where you want to start practicing and healing and growing. So today is day 1, and the thing that I wanted to talk about today is very basic, and that is getting into your senses, your sensuality. But it doesn't necessarily just mean sexuality. It's your sensuality in every place that you experience senses. So your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Right now I feel like the silkiness of my shirt, and I'm noticing, there's a creak in my neck. And I'm feeling like the leather and the puffiness of the seat that I'm sitting on. And so I'm just noticing I'm getting more into my senses instead of just being in my head and thinking. This can look so many different ways. It can be an activity that you're doing. Maybe you're swimming and you feel or a bath where you're in the water and the temperature. Maybe it's like your cat and you're enjoying their fur. And so for the next 2 days or so, I encourage you to get into your senses and just notice, what does that shift feel like? Maybe you even close your eyes and you're sitting into that energy of being and noticing your senses. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope that you'll feel invited to try it in a lot of different ways. And we want to hear, how did it go? Do you notice the shift? Is it hard for you to switch into that mode? Is it easy for you? Anything that you notice or any questions that you have around this whole challenge, whether you're watching from YouTube or from the Facebook Captivate Him with Ease, I encourage you to make a comment, share what your experience is like, ask a question, ask the other ladies what their experience has been. And I really love this to become a supportive community where we can help each other and get into a space where we feel more at home in our own bodies and more alive in our lives. So I hope that is inspiring to you to start off this week, and I will be back on Wednesday with another video to explain the next step, the next exercise in getting into your feminine energy. All right, take care, ladies. Love you.